I've been waiting to talk about this forever. Luxury's billion-dollar excess inventory problem, and more specifically for me, why it doesn't actually have to be a billion-dollar excess inventory problem. Let's get into it. If you don't know me, my name's Cassandra Kane. I am the founder of Sieme brand, Upcycled luxury accessories, handcrafted by artisans in Italy, and Zero Lab, which is the first leather upcycling center in Italy, focused on reducing leather waste because at the luxury level, up to 60% of leather is discarded during handbag production. Yes, that is true. You go listen to that again, 60%. So I am uniquely qualified to talk about this because I'm here in Tuscany, in Italy, working with the factories every day and seeing this problem on the ground. Now, let's get into what this is about for anybody who might have missed it. A few years ago, it finally came to light. A not so secret practice by luxury brands where they used to burn unsold inventory at the end of every season or at the end of every year to take a write down instead of discounting it because they don't want to dilute the brand. Obviously, if you know you can get X luxury brand at 50% off at the end of the season, you're not going to buy it full price. And luxury brands don't want to do that. So to them, it made more sense to burn the product. I know, wild. Now, the brand that really got thrown under the bus here for this was Burberry at the time, but it was a practice that was widely practiced by all the luxury brands. Do not get it twisted. And the EU quickly was like, hold up. No. You can't do this anymore. So since then, warehouses full of unsold product have just been filling up all over the European countryside, including here in Tuscany. So how big is this problem that we're talking about? Well, according to Business of Fashion in this article that came out the other day, $3.2 billion at LVMH and $1.5 billion at Kering. I would like to know if that's at cost or at potential retail, but either way, they're huge freaking numbers. Normally, I would agree that how to dispose of excess product at the end of the product life cycle is one of the biggest challenges to true circularity in fashion. But at the luxury level, I would argue, not actually a problem. And here is my proposed solution. Disassembly of the same product at the end of the selling season or life cycle. Would this work for any brand that's not luxury? But no, but it does work at the luxury level because we're talking about 10 to 20 times margin. So these brands can afford to pay for disassembly. This solves so many problems all at once. Let me explain. A normal brand that wouldn't be classified as one of the big luxury labels is normally dealing around 5 times margin for handbags. The luxury level, we're at 10 to 20 times, guys. I know, I'm in the factories. I see what things cost, okay? Okay? You're paying for Gigi Hadid to be paid $2 million to walk the runway. You're paying for all marble stores on the Champs-Elysees. You're paying for, the actual product. The product I make is just as nice quality from all the same factories as the luxury brands. I just don't have 100 years of marketing behind me. But the good thing about all of that markup is that the luxury brands actually have room to pay at the end of the year for factories to disassemble product back into their component parts and then either challenge their design teams to reutilize those materials, donate them, resell them, or recycle them or dispose of them as responsibly as possible. Even investing in new technologies to recycle, repurpose, or upcycle them, or partner with Zero Lab. Honestly, I don't even care. Let's just keep them in circulation. This also keeps people employed and highly skilled labor and factories open because let's face it, the easiest thing to try to say here is just make less product. But the hard truth is that the fashion industry is one of the largest industries in the world, and we employ a lot of people whose livelihoods rely on all of these orders and all of these products. And it is a system that we have built over decades. So to all of a sudden just pull the plug not only very drastically affects the bottom line, but will directly result in everyday people across the world losing their jobs and a lot of highly skilled labor just completely going away. Instead, because you have the 10 to 20 times margin, you need to just commit to taking a lower profit. I know it sucks, but we actually need to put our money where our mouth is now, and we need to become stakeholders in the environment and in the labor supply chain that we have all developed, okay? And part of that is paying factories to stay open and retraining people to disassemble that product. Does this work at any other level other than the luxury level? No, it does not. But this is exactly why I'm arguing that it is not actually or does not actually have to be a problem at the luxury level. So here's my proposal to any senior executive at any luxury fashion brand that might have some say who happens to stumble upon this video. Please make a pilot program. Try it out. Do a white paper, circulate it around, get Business of Fashion to publish the results. Do something. Get caught trying. Nobody will fault you for trying and failing as long as you come with the receipts. I don't think this is going to fail. I honestly think this is the answer. We just all have to fucking get there. But all I'm saying is get caught trying. Anyway, that's my proposal. I'd love to keep this conversation going. So if you have questions or comments, please leave them and let's get into it in the comment section. And maybe this will reach the right people. Maybe this will reach the right people because there's a crisis here in Tuscany, guys. Factories are closing. People are losing their jobs, and they honestly don't have to be. The answer is staring us right in the face, okay?